Shamanettes, and welcome to The Beauty Shaman. So today we are doing this makeup, which is glitter. Okay, I've got glitter on my lips as well as gloss. I've got glitter on my cheeks, got glitter on my eyes. I'm like glittered out, but it all sort of works together in a harmonious fashion. How do we do this as mature women? How do we do this if you have dry eyelids, crepey eyelids, lines and wrinkles here? When you put the glitter on, sometimes it sets in fine lines, right? And on your lips, because your lips can get very dry and flaky as well. So how do you add all this glittering stuff and not have it bleed into fine lines or make you look like a crazy person and scare the grandchildren? So how do you do this? All right, we're going to go step by step. Let's get to it. I have dry, flaky skin on my eyelids, which can make it really hard when you're doing glittery eyeshadow like this video. So these are ImageMD eye gels. They help with hydration, firming, taking out all that swelling around my eyes that I always have. You leave them on for about 10 minutes, pull them off, and then I use the gel itself around my eyes to help with any crepiness and dryness around my eye area. Works great. I add some vitamin C as well. If you have a vitamin C, be sure it's an oil-soluble vitamin C like tetrahexydecyl ascorbate. Put it all over your lids and your skin. This is a great way to hydrate and to prevent dry, flaky skin. This is a neck lift. Helps with that pesky under our chin area that gets a little droopy. Helps with firming and hydrating. This is a bronzing serum. I love this. It has hyaluronic acid. It makes my skin a little bit bronzy and iridescent. Lovely for the holidays. Merit Minimalist Foundation. I use this all over my skin and on my eyelids. So since we're talking about glitter, I like to put foundation on hydrated skin and then glitter on top of that so that the glitter doesn't set in fine lines. That's why hydration and using vitamin C on your eyes is so important. I also use it on my lips, of course. Little contour on my gels especially, just to make it go north. The chin is one of the main areas that droop as we get older, so this is my solution, is to add some bronzer. This is actually more of a contour than a bronzer. Bronzer has a little bit of iridescent in it, but I didn't want to go too iridescent because we're using iridescent eyeshadows and lipstick. So that's why I'm trying to matte everything out with this foundation so that I don't have a lot of color in my skin. This is Amazing Concealer in golden, medium golden. As you can see, I put this all over my eyelid. So this is why hydrating your lids is so important, because if you're putting concealer and foundation on your eyelids and then you add anything glittery, if your skin is not hydrated, it will set in fine lines and look bad. We don't want it to look bad. So this is my best solution. I'm taking out the age spot I have there just by tapping in concealer on it. I always do foundation and then concealer, just so I don't apply too much concealer. This is a little bit of foundation just to take out that shine. My skin is very, very hydrated at this point, so I do need powder. If you have very dry skin, I would say you probably don't need powder. Of course, you want to fill in your eyebrows. I just fill in the outer part, so not the inner, because I want to pull everything out, up and out, as we say, as opposed to too intensely near my nose. So as you can see, I look like I'm all eyebrows right now. All right, so this is powder on my lips, then I do foundation, then I do powder again. So I'm layering. This is the key technique when it comes to adding and keeping on your lipstick with glitter. So this is a matte lipstick called Bordeaux. I'm matching my jacket. Then I'm using a Vino lip liner pencil, just slightly outside my natural lip line. For those of you whose lipstick bleeds into the fine lines around your mouth, this is absolutely the way to go. It keeps it from doing that. But you have to use, this is kind of a creamy, not really a matte lipstick, I guess. So you want to stay away from anything too sheer and creamy because it'll just automatically bleed. Now I'm using a little Melba blush. I will go back and put glitter on my lips in just a minute. This is a peachy blush because I've got rosy on my lips, and rosy I will do also in my eyeshadow, so I want to add a little warmth. I use the blush in my crease on my eye because your skin needs a little warmth. This is a lovely Tom Ford palette that's way overpriced, but I'm using it in order to add bronze to my eye because I think the bronze is really beautiful. This is an eye base, which you can also use to keep the frost from sinking in too much to your lines. I just apply the bronzer and then I use a 217 brush by MAC to blend it in. I want it to be very sheer, not too dark and intense. We are going to add some glitter on top of that. So this is sort of a, there's a little bit of a glitter to it, this eyeshadow right now. It's a creamy shadow, but it's not a very intense glitter. We are going to get to the more intense glitter here in a minute. There's a very light gold, and the trick here is to apply it right where you want it with a finger, not all over. That's how it gets to be just too much glitter. Right in the center of your eye. I'm also doing that same dark brown around my eye area to bring out underneath my eye. Now an eyeliner pencil, I just do the outer corners and wing it a little bit. I'm not going to wing it too much. I don't like winged eyeshadow or eyeliner on older eyes because we already have lines. We don't want to add more lines. So I do the inner part of my eye and just that outer edge. This is Mahogany by Bobbi Brown, and I do my waterline too. This is another great technique. I use the thin brush to blend it into my eyeline so it doesn't look too liney. I want to soften that line down. This is highlighter, so then I'm going to add right in the kind of canyon part of my under eye area just to brighten it a little bit. Sort of strategically place this to make my eyes pop a little bit more. A little bit of mascara. You can also do false lashes since this is a holiday look. For those of you that like false lashes, this is definitely a good idea. And this is a random eyeshadow palette I found, so I'm going to add maroon. To bring in the maroon idea, I'm using a thin brush and running it right next to my eyeliner line and then a little bit in the crease as well, and then I blend it. And so you get this lovely maroon, but just so it's not too intense. Now this has a lot of glitter in it, this maroon. So this is why you want to be sure your eyes are hydrated, otherwise it will not blend at all. Okay, then I take a lovely, just a golden color, and I tap it right in the center of my lips. And this is how you get that frosty in the middle of your lip look. Ooh, very cute. I put that same golden color on my cheek, right on my cheekbone. This is why hydration is so important. This will not set in my fine lines now. You can also do this with a cream highlighter. I don't think it really matters. Now we use a little lip gloss, so lots on the lips. So we have a shiny, frosty lip that will not bleed into the lines. There you go, that's our finished product. Sign up for my newsletter and insider deals at thebeautyshaman.com. Happy holidays!